Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. Good morning. We're looking at Little Bay. That's Allegro out there. Let's go to Allegro today. Gosh, it's hard to see with these cars parked if anything's coming. I don't think they thought this one through. So the speed limit is 25 miles an hour, and the truck I just cut off was probably going 40 miles an hour. He did not hit his horn, which works out well for both of us. Up over the bridge, then we'll go over another little bridge, these little canal bridges. There used to be a Stripes straight ahead for years and years, and I believe it was damaged during Hurricane Harvey, and they never rebuilt it. There you go. This bridge took about 5 years to get rebuilt. They got it down to one lane, and finally they were able to get it fully replaced. So that's nice. So Allegro, part of Rockport, Texas. Some very nice houses. You know what? Let's, not to generalize, but the further back you go on the island, the nicer the houses get. But the houses on this end are still pretty nice. Like that one in front of us is like what I consider to be the basic Allegro house. That's what most of them were when I first started coming down here, and now you've seen some of the monsters down on the other end. I want to thank some people while it's fresh in my little pea-head. I want to thank Lisa, Bailey, and Hammer. They sent me an HEB gift card. Thank you very much, Lisa, Bailey, and Hammer. I appreciate you guys. Who else? Tyler sent me a super chat. So thank you, Tyler. And my friend Bianca also sent me a super chat. So thank you very much, Bianca. Very kind of all of you, and me and the goat appreciate it. Look at those blue skies. It has been a day, guys, and I still have to go to curbside HEB, pick it up, and get some groceries in the house. In the apartment. If you're new to the channel, run now. I'm telling you, run now. I've lived full-time in my F-150 with a Leer Topper for over 6 years. About a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And right now, my buddy Pat, check his channel out, Pat's Travels, is loaning me his efficiency apartment. And it's really nice. We did a video showing off Pat's apartment a few days ago, and I'm really comfortable in there, Pat. Pat, good luck getting me out of there. I'm really comfortable. Thank you, buddy. It's got that fancy indoor plumbing. It's got that fancy air conditioning. It's got a refrigerator, a freezer, a bathroom, a shower, all the luxuries, washer, dryer. Woo! This is like a boondocking resort. When you want to break from boondocking, you go stay at Pat's efficiency apartment. It's really nice, really comfortable. Thank you again, Pat. How's that for a house, guys? Look at that embarrassment. Oh, what a crap hole. Isn't that where Jed and Ellie Mae lived with Granny and Jethro? I wonder if they got a cement pond in it. Here's another. I wish I could show you guys the way the trucks are parked. Can't hear if anything's coming. Nope, nothing was coming. We didn't get hit. There's just some beautiful, gorgeous houses along here, and having that sky up there, big fluffy white clouds, and it's just a good day. Just a good day to go drive where the rich people live. What we got down here? Jamaica. We're going to Jamaica. There's a porta potty. They knew I was coming. They knew I was coming. I don't see anyone working. It might just be that time of the year where everyone starts real early, and you try to get done before it gets too hot. You know, you try to get before siesta comes in. What do we got over here? Is this private property? Jamaica, yeah, private drive. So we've been up there before. We're probably the reason it now says private drive. There are some fixer-uppers along here. Some of these are getting some attention, some love. So one of the questions I had, several people asked it. I think my buddy Chris from Ari's World asked last, what made me decide to start boondocking? Well, I had just finished one job. I went through 2 different apartments in 2 years, and living with people that at the time were taking advantage of the situation. I'm honestly trying to tell my story without including names and other people's issues, you know. But let's just say I was extremely unhappy since I moved to Texas in 2007 with my living situation. There were great periods of the day working, and especially the time with the boys, doing stuff with them, doing traveling and things like that. But it was always high drama and things going on that I didn't want to be part of my life. And when I got my own place, people moved in, and when I got my second own place, people moved in, and I really wanted to travel. And I used to say all the time, like 10-15 years before I decided to go boondocking full time, just living in my truck. You know, my Facebook has little notes here and there, like I just want to go live in my truck, and that all had to do with bad things happening in my living situation, and I'm glad I did. It was working out great for me until the congestive heart failure thing happened. Really pretty today. So part of the same question was like, what were your first few nights? The first few nights were really hard. I didn't have a Leer Topper. I tried just sitting in the front of the truck sleeping. I tried laying down on the back seat sleeping. It was February, and February in Texas is mostly a great time to boondock. You're not freezing cold. You know, it might be overnight, might be in the 50s or 60s. It was a good time, and I did most of that right up in Portland, where the Kmart parking lot was, and then I noticed they put up signs that said no overnight parking because truckers were parking there. And I noticed the Portland Walmart allowed overnight parking. And by moving around and not being a nuisance and keeping my area clean, I parked in the Walmart parking lot in Portland, Texas for a year. And for work, I did Uber and Lyft. And right before I moved into my truck, I started my YouTube channel. And still to this day, one of my most highest viewed videos is a video I did with I was selling all my items ridiculously cheap. And there was a cleaning attachment that attached to your DeWalt drill, and it worked great. I made a mixture of I'm gonna say 90% water, 5% Dawn soap, and 5% white vinegar, and it cleaned all my living room furniture like it was literally brand new. And I thought that was awesome. So I made a video about that. It's a short video, and it still gets a lot of views to this day. I think it's one of my 5 most watched videos. It might be most top 3. We used to have a customer that lived down here. And I used to go to this pool all the time. That fence looks new, but it's been years and years since I was in this pool, but I used to use that pool all the time. Yeah, they've redone everything about that pool except the shape of it. And then when it was funny, there was this really nice lady over here on the right, and she came out one day and she said, "Hey, hon, I see you all the time here. Do you live here?" And I said, "No, I forget the guy's name. I'm a friend of Mr. Murphy's, and he always said just come use the pool whenever you want, so I come use the pool." And she said, "Yeah, Mr. Murphy died about 2 years ago." I was like, "Oh wow, I'm sorry." And she's like, "My name's Helen. You're welcome to use the pool, and if anyone says anything to you, just tell them you're a guest of Helen." I'm like, "Okay, Helen, thank you." And because she noticed whenever I was in the pool, I was always cleaning the filters, and I've always done that at any pool I go to. If I'm using it over and over, I clean out the filters. I'll get the scrub brush and scrub the water line, and just to pass the time, to enjoy being in the pool and getting a little suntan. So that was my beginning. And in the beginning for work, because I didn't make any YouTube money, probably my first year and a half on YouTube. I did Uber and Lyft for a year, and then almost a year to the day is when the pandemic hit, and I actually went in the hospital that very day. The very day the world shut down is the day I went into the hospital for kidney stone, gallbladders, and I had stones in my gallbladder. The stones got into my bile duct and caused kidney failure, and I was a mess. I think I went to the ER like 4 or 5 different times, and they would always say there's nothing wrong with you. And then when they admitted me, I wound up getting 2 surgeries. One to clean all the stones out of the bile duct and every place else, and a second one to remove the gallbladder completely. And it was a female surgeon, and she was telling me about removing the stones. And I said, "How many stones did I have?" And she said, "Too many to count." And I was like, that's a lot of stones. I mean, she's pretty smart. She went to college and medical school, and it exceeded her counting limits. But that's just another little piece of my history. And right now we're fighting the congestive heart failure, and it is a fight, but everything gonna be all right this morning. Oh yeah. I have some jokes here. Woo! I almost forgot all my jokes. I was going to tell a joke about dogs, but it was a little far-fetched. A little far-fetched. Hold on, I got another one. Don't go anywhere yet. I had these sorted earlier. We're right back where we started from, kids. Why did the carpenter, hey guys, why did the carpenter leave the lumber store? He got a little bored. He got a little bored. Let me tell you something. I appreciate you guys. I have a really great group of regular people who watch every day, who tune in every day for my nonsense, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for riding along today, guys. I'm going to the mail center, I'm going to HEB, and then I'm going to go back to the apartment and hide in the fortress of solitude. Thanks for watching.